Okay, we are here with the head coach of the Bowling Green State University women's golf team, Stephanie Young, and we are just 3 days away from the start of the annual home tournament, the Dolores Black Falcon Invitational. And coach, before we get into that, let's talk about the last couple tournaments that you guys have had since you've been preparing for this weekend. Specifically, last weekend you went to Richmond, Kentucky. For the EKU Colonel Classic, where you finished 8th. But you did have a couple of really good individual performances. Shelby Wilson finished in the top 10, shot a 71 in the second round. And why don't you just tell us about how that weekend went for you?
I think, just like Hilton Head, that we had some positive things to build on and encouragement from the winter preparation. Certainly EKU gave us a lot of things to look forward to going into our home tournament. Shelby, obviously with the 71, one under par, and birdie in the last two out. And, as a coach, you kind of look at who's led us the last 2 weeks. Bailey Arnold has been... no doubt in the fall, a clear leader for us. And then to have our two freshmen emerge, Patricia leading us at Hilton Head and Shelby leading us here at Eastern Kentucky, it just really, I think, tells a tale of that our team is building its depth. We're building consistency. And the 304, second best round for the second round amongst all the teams. And there's some very, very good teams. So, we're building on that momentum and looking forward to things.
Now, you mentioned Shelby with the two birdies to close out the second round. She had started that round out really well. I think she was 1 under after 10 holes. But then she had a little bit of a lull where she had a couple of bogeys in there and then recovered. I mean, what does that speak about her and how she's coming along at the end of her freshman year?
Sure. I mean, I'm proud as punch of both of our freshmen. Just the growth that they've had personally, and that trickles down to the golf course. We believe in our program. So, it shows the adversity they can bounce back. It shows strength of character. It shows determination. It shows vision that she can overcome challenges, a couple bogeys, and still be as confident in her game. To bounce back and see through the goal that she's trying to accomplish for the day. So these girls are gelling, and it's just really exciting to see as a coach.
Now, I'm sure you guys have a friendly little rivalry with the men's team, and so of course I'm sure you guys followed along last weekend and saw that the men's team won at the Rutherford Intercollegiate, and you speak about consistency, and they had a very consistent weekend. All five players finished in the top 21. Consistent scores throughout the weekend. So how do you use something like that as a teaching tool for your own team?
Yeah, well, I'm just really proud of Coach Winger and the boys. They've worked awfully hard, and golf is it's a humbling game. Not that all sports aren't, but it can be cruel. You can double one hole and then eagle the next, and it really just requires so many things, and so just really proud that they had a first place at Penn State, a Big Ten place, and I think it just fuels our fire that hey, the guys are having success, and they both practice. The guys and the girls both practice together, and they hang out together off the golf course, and so it's a pretty strong family. So I think it'll only help us.
Okay, now let's look at this weekend. You've got 11 other teams coming in, and we can go down that list, right? It's Ohio, Northern Illinois, IPFW, Indianapolis, Chicago State, Cleveland State, Dayton, Oakland, Niagara, Detroit Mercy, and Loyola. Some of those teams have been here, were here last year, some weren't. What do you think just overall about the field?
I'm really excited about the field. We a few of the new teams had kind of heard word of mouth that the Dolores Black was a place to check out and to come to, and so we're excited about building a reputation for the community and for Stone Ridge and for all the people who make this event possible. And as far as MAC teams, Ohio and Northern Illinois are always very good competition for us, so we look forward to that. And Coach Pam Tiska is year 26. She's retiring. She's announced that she's going to retire at the end of the year, so it's really special to have her here as their last stop to the MAC championship. And it's just a really solid field, and we're going to have to play our very best to defend our home turf.
Now, this will be the last tournament coming up before the MAC championships.
Mm-hmm.
So does that give a little bit of extra importance to what you're trying to do?
I think so. I mean, I think it's important to treat it just like another tournament, but to say that there's not extra emotion and passion and urgency because it's our home event and we're coming down the stretch. We do have that Spring Challenge Cup, but again, that's a match play format, so this is the last stroke play event. But I think we're just looking, one, to play very well at home, to try to, this is one more opportunity to try to put it all together before we get to MACs, and there's still just the most important things are left in our season, so we've got a lot of work to do.
Okay. As far as the schedule for this weekend, how does that lay out?
Schedule shakes out. 3 days, as you mentioned, is the countdown on the board in my office. Teams arrive Friday. They'll be coming in around 10 or noon, and they'll be coming through the rest of the day, playing practice rounds. And then Saturday and Sunday is both going to be a shotgun, 9 a.m. And, if you come out to the course just to watch, you've got kind of from 9 to 2. People will be playing, and they'll have the whole assignments there in the golf shop and posted around, so you can just see where the Falcons are at. And we've got our alumni and friends event on Saturday evening at 6:30 start at Di Benedetto. So we're looking forward to it. We're going to have a lot of people back.
And hopefully the weather will be more kind
yes.
than it was last
We've
year.
turned off the fans, so hopefully the wind will die down. Although we're not surprised by that in this area, but yeah, hopefully the weather, it's the one thing that you can't control, so it'll be a wonderful event, and hopefully the weather will follow suit.
Okay, now before we go, you did mention the Spring Challenge Cup, and that'll be on Monday against Ohio University. That'll be in Findlay. What course are you playing?
New venue this year, Red Hawk in Findlay, and it's a more linksy style course. It kind of sets up similar to Stone Ridge, I think, and it's a neutral site. We haven't played it, and OU hasn't played it, and just coming down the stretch with a week in between MACs, we thought it might be a good place to have the event this year. So looking forward to it.
Okay. As far as lineups go, but going back to that quickly, do you have an idea about your lineup this week?
Yes. Well, almost. I can't give you the rankings yet. I don't have that. But we will have Patricia Holt, Paula DiFrancesco, Amy Ruthenberg, Bailey Arnold, and did I forget? Amy Bailey. It'll be the same five as Eastern Kentucky, and
sure.
then Kelsey Benson and Jennifer Blanchard will be individuals. So.
Okay, and then for the Spring Challenge Cup, do you have an idea about how you're going to line things up with that?
It will. It's a shootout. It's going to be the top 6 scorers from the Falcon Invite out of the 7 will earn a bid for the Challenge Cup. So it's a little bit like the Ryder Cup, where the PGA you have to earn those points, and then you earn that privilege to get to be on the Cup team. So that's kind of how we're going to run it this year.
All right. Well, thank you for your time, Coach. Good luck
Matt.
this weekend. I'm sure we'll talk again before the MAC Championships.
That sounds great.
All right?
Thanks.
Thank you.